Hey folks, Happy New Year. Welcome to HMF Live, the return. As you can see, I'm in my kitchen making dinner. Actually, I'm doing some meal prep for my lunches for the week. So I hope that you guys are having a great start to 2017. Welcome to the new year. I am super excited about this year and I hope that you are as well. So I wanted to take some time to kind of review 2016, a little bit of the highs and lows, and then next week's episode is going to be, if I remember right, it's going to be about setting goals, and so I'll kind of talk you and walk you through that process. So, first of all, I'm going to apologize for multitasking because, you know, a girl's got to eat. So, but let's talk about the year in review. There have been a lot of people who have talked about how awful 2016 was. Now, I am not going to deny the fact that there were some pretty terrible things that happened, but you know, terrible things happen every year. And for you personally, maybe this was a better year than others, maybe it was a worse year than others. So I want to kind of encourage you to take it with a grain of salt. And some of that is whether or not you let life happen to you, or whether you are making or taking action to make things better. Now, I am, and you could ask Gary, I am the first to admit to being a true, wholeheartedly, deep-rooted pessimist. I always felt like, and sometimes still feel like, yeah, see, he's giving me a thumbs up. I have always believed that it's better to expect the worst and then be surprised, like be pleasantly surprised, than it is to have your hopes up and then be disappointed. And I think, yes, there he agrees with me. And I think that going in with a negative attitude is also going to attract negative energy. And so I have, since becoming a coach and really getting more into personal development, I have really worked hard to try and change that mindset. Now, does that mean I go into every situation like Mary Poppins? Absolutely not. But it does mean that I'm going to go in kind of willing things to go in a more positive direction, to go in a better way for me, taking action. I also, that's the other thing too, is I really try hard to not just let things go. If I have control over certain things, a certain part of the process, if I know I also have control over how I react, then things are more likely to go better. Perfect example would be my health and fitness. You know, I was certainly on the track for a very poor quality of life. I was already, even before I hit 30 years old, I was already facing health issues like high blood pressure, major stress, pre-hypertension, massive headaches, migraines, all that kind of stuff. And it was up to me to take action. I couldn't wait for a magic pill. I couldn't wait for my doctor. I had to put in the effort, both in the kitchen and in my home gym. So that's one example. Number two would be finances. I used to complain every single year how shitty the year was because we were always broke. We were waiting for, I don't know if we thought the lotto was going to come in. We were waiting for our ship to come in, like somebody to come in and rescue us and give us a $500,000 check, and that would just magically make all of our problems go away. Turns out it was up to us. Now, am I saying that we have the system down pat and that we are perfect at it? No. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Quote that from Darren Hardy, by the way. And so every month we have worked hard, sometimes battling each other, I'm talking about Gary, with the budget, with spending, with priorities, what we're going to do. But as you've also seen over the last couple of weeks from my posts, that us doing these things and being diligent, even when they were super hard, has set us up to have, one, 2016 wasn't a bad year for us. Two, we are now in the position to actually buy a home. Now, is it exactly according to the plan that I would like, which is debt-free and we pay cash? No. Unfortunately, some of that timing, this is another example. We were told back in October that we need to move because our house is going to be torn down. Now, we could have just let the world crumble around us and woe is us and what are we going to do and wait for someone to rescue us, but instead it's like, all right, let's look at our options and see what path we're going to end up going down. So right now we're kind of juggling two paths. We'll see what happens, but we aren't freaked out about it, because at least for some of it financially, you know, we're okay. We're going to be able to do it. But 3 years ago, when we were constantly $200 and $500 overdrawn, we would be devastated right now trying to figure it out, living outside of our means. So that's kind of what I wanted to take time to reflect and review in 2016. Now, we had some really terrible things happen as well. Many people, probably most people, don't know this, but back in August, things were not looking all that great for Gary and I. We didn't even know if we were going to make it through, as in our marriage stay together. It was that bad, and for a lot of different reasons. And I'm not going to go into those details until we are both willing to share that. But what I am going to say is that this year could have ended completely differently had that taken its course. But we both decided that if we wanted this to work and if we wanted to make it work, we had to take responsibility for the things that we both did poorly in the relationship and work on those. Again, are we perfect? No. Do we still have our days? Totally. But even though our marriage almost dissolved, I still can't say that 2016 was a terrible year. In fact, we've both said that it's been one of our better years, if not our best year to date. Maybe not, I don't know, but it's been a pretty good one. So I know, I can't speak for Gary, but I know that 2017 I am excited about for lots of different reasons. You know, you hear lots of people say new year, new beginnings, all that kind of stuff, and that's true. And I'll get more into this next week's episode with goals, but I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't set those, because to me that always ends up having a temporary mindset. And as you will see with many people who set them, they don't stick to them within a week, 3 weeks, 3 months. I don't know. I think I heard somewhere, and I don't quote me on the stat because I really don't know where it came from, but I've heard it's like, I don't know, 70% of people that set New Year's resolutions don't stick to them after about 3 months down the road. So that's kind of crazy. I'd rather set goals and make changes that are going to impact my life for the long run. So take this time, review, reflect, think about the things that didn't go your way, or that you wished had gone a different way or could have been better, and how can you fix that if it's a situation that you might end up finding yourself in again. You know, maybe it was like us where we were like, how can we stop being $500 overdrawn? And even though I made less money then, and we did as a family, it wasn't because we didn't make enough, it's because we were spending outside of our means. You know, it's when I decided to finally do something about my weight and my health, it wasn't because, honestly, I couldn't say it was like genetics. Yeah, I have a lot of overweight people in my family, but guess what? We all ate ourselves that way. We all, sat on the couch ourselves to that point. So it was up to me that I had to change it. So this episode, which we are at almost 10 minutes. So this episode is, I'm not going to go through and go, well, in March we did this and this and that. I'll do a little bit of that, but I really want to encourage you to take control. If there's some specific thing that you want to change, take control. If it's your health, maybe you need to find people who can help you, like me. If it's your finances, maybe you need to find people who are going through the process, like me. It doesn't have to be me, but you know what I'm saying. Pick a spot in your life that needs improvement, set some goals, set an action plan, and then do it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not that hard. So again, we'll go more through goals next week. A couple of highlights from 2016 though for myself, for Team Hustle to Muscle Fitness. I would say the team itself grew more last year than it had in the prior year, so I'm excited about seeing even more growth this next year. In our online community, we are 250 members plus strong, so I am excited about seeing that maybe even double. That would be awesome to have a 500 member group. And I'm working as a coach to make even more things happen for this group and to make the group more valuable to people. So I'm looking forward to that. Gary and I took our first cruise through my being a coach for Beachbody, we went to Jamaica and to the Bahamas, and that was pretty incredible. That was, considering how expensive cruises tend to be, it was pretty low cost for us, and that's thanks to Beachbody. So that was amazing. And lots of new programs came out. There's lots of great stuff that is, you know, I felt like I got my strongest and at one point even my fittest. And of course I also let that slide towards the end of the year with holidays and stuff, but that's okay. Back and better than ever, baby. So again, lots of high points for the team and for me as a coach. So looking forward to a great 2017. Now, here are some things that are going to be happening in the month of January if you are looking for ways to get started. If you set a resolution and you focused on it for a month or whatever, and now it's already fizzled out and you just want that extra support, here are some ways you can get it. So first thing coming up is this Saturday, for those of you who live in the Yakima Valley or Tri-Cities, January 7th, Super Saturday, happening in Sunnyside at the Best Western. I think it's called the Grapevine Inn. It's right there across the street from Burger King. And so that is like $8 for coaches and free to non-coaches. We just ask that you go to the event page, which I've shared on this page before. Go to the event page and you'll find the link for tickets to basically register or buy your ticket. And that's a great way to meet new people who are like-minded with fitness and goals, find out what the coaching life is all about, get new updates and announcements from headquarters in Beachbody, prizes, lots of stuff that will be given away, and then we'll end the morning with a group workout, and I think we'll be doing quarter four, so it should be a lot of fun, and that is going from 8:30 to noon this coming Saturday in Sunnyside. Next thing going on with the team is the Clean and Lean in 17 challenge. That is the mission of this year for Team Hustle to Muscle Fitness, is be here in a year. And so that is this first challenge is step 1, month 1. If you are looking for ways to get healthier, to get closer to your goals, to get support, to do it in a fun environment, this is how we're going to do it. And so we are in prep week right now. We kick off next Monday, the 9th, so there's still time if you want to get in on that. Maybe with the Beachbody on Demand, you can get it digitally, all that kind of good stuff. So comment or send me a message and I'll be happy to get you more details. That is also an events page that you'll find on this fitness page. Later on in the month, we'll be doing a 7-day squat challenge, a 5-day clean eating group, and then we'll also do a coach sneak peek. So all of these different things you can get in to find out more about how to get closer to your fitness goals, how to help others, how to maybe even change your life, both mentally, financially, all kinds of stuff. So plenty of ways to get involved and get going to make this year the year of you. So that's the mission, be here in a year. So especially if you are on my team, I want you here in a year working to be the healthiest version of you. If you're not on my team and you want to be a part of that movement, let's connect. Comment, message, text, email. I mean, you can find me. I'm very accessible. So that's what's going on in just January, month 1 of Be Here in a Year. So I thank you guys for hanging with me during the little holiday hiatus. I hope you guys had a great holiday season, end of 2016, and are off for a smashing 2017. And I look forward to better serving you over the weeks and months to come. So I will see you next week, same time, same place. Well, maybe not my kitchen, but and we will be talking about goal setting. So have a great night, and I will talk to you guys all soon.